Right, welcome back. It's finale time on the Toyota Corolla WRC car. Decals have been done. They've all been microset and microsoled and sealed. Last bit of construction has been done, which wore much. And I'm really happy on how she's turned out. So here's the final reveal. Turning the camera around, there she is, all in all her glory. Now, when I'd left you, I'd just finished all the outer construction and the underneath of the skid plate, and I said it was time for decals. Right, so decals, there's my placement guide. There's a lot of decals. Now, like I said, you've got a choice between Carlos Sainz and Didier Auriol. I went with Carlos Sainz. So, there's a couple of things I want to tell you about first. Some of these decals are actually quite big, and there's some wraparounds as well. I'm going to put the flash on. That's better. Right, so the first big decal is this one here, where it encompasses the movie star and the Spanish rally, the RACC. That's all one decal. You got all that. Now, I originally put that on first, but then I realised that this decal here, from there, that red line with that little red wavy pattern, and then it goes out, the green goes over the actual wing. What decal was that? 27 on this side and 28 on the other side. So I had to take this one off. This decal was 32 on this side and 33 on the other side. So I took this one off, put it back on the backing paper, and put this number 27 on first. Going over the wheel arch. The red is actually quite long, and it wraps around underneath that step and on a little bit onto that red where I painted on previously. So trying to get that underneath and with the Microset and the Microsol was a pain in the arse, and I had a lot of creasing, and I had to jab the creases a few times for the Microsol to do its work, but that did that in the end. Once that was done, then I put this one on. And you can see where I've overlapped it there slightly, the green onto the red. So that's something for you to note, just to be careful of. Like I said, you've got the 27 that wraps around there. Now this one is a wraparound as well. You have to link it to 27, this green section. 44 on this side. Was it 44? Yeah, 44 on this side, on the bottom part of the bumper. And what was the other side? 45 on the lower part of the bumper. And then this bit with the castrol, and round that on the top part of the bumper, that is 26 on this side and 25 on the other. So you've got to overlap that, you've got to overlap that. You'll have a couple of slits that you've got to make to get it to go round the bumper. I've done a bit of top-ups here and there with the gaps with the leaf green Revel to top that up, and it blends quite well. But like I said, trying to get that to go round and going underneath as well with the Microset and the Microsol, it was a bitch, and there was a lot of creases, so you'll have to jab those creases with your knife, your X-Acto knife, Swan Morton knife, to get the Microsol to go sink into the underneath. But once I'd done them jabs, it went round perfect. So that's one wraparound you've got to be careful of. Like I said, on the other side as well, you've got that wrap around. This movie star decal here, that's one decal. You've got to get it to go over the wheel arch. You'll have a couple of creases to deal with, so you'll have to jab those and get the Microsol on. Another decal that I've got to warn you about is this top decal here. That was 11, and that's the whole of that. Apart from the number 5, obviously, and that Spanish flag there, but all that was one decal as well. So you've got to get that to overlap around the side there. So be careful of that as well. Then you've got this Bosch Öhlins and the sponsors Computer Vision and Speedline, and that red decal there. That's all one decal, so you've got to wrap that around the side. You've got this Toyota wing decal in here. You've got to overlap that. I had to touch it up with the X7 red because I didn't overlap it as much as I wanted to. It's not perfect, but it'll do. These two Castrol decals here, the red and the green, you'll have to get them round the headlamp there. There was a bit long, to be honest, and you've got to fold it underneath the bottom of the bonnet where it meets the window. So you've got that one and that one there. The Toyota Castrol, that was one decal, and you've got to make a few incisions in the S and the T part of the decal to get it to go around that bonnet pin. You've got a Denso decal as well, which is part of that decal, which was number 62. But the Denso decal came away, and that's got to go on the grille. You've also got these decals here. The Movie Star, which is 40. That's a wraparound decal. That's got to go from the top part of the bumper there, underneath the grille, and all the way around to the bottom. But I couldn't get it to wrap around there. So what I've done is I've just got some of my Revel Night Blue and just painted that on the bottom. Then you've got these two decals here, which is 3. That's actually one decal, isn't it? Is it one decal? Yeah, it is. That's actually one decal. You've got to try and get them to. Yeah, it's number 3. Yeah, trying to get them. So I had to cut that in half, and then with the red and the green, I had to separate them because I couldn't get them to bend around there as one decal. So I put the red on first, then the green. So that's them. With this Michelin logo, with the Castrol logo there, I probably should have brought that up a bit more, because it tells you to put it on that spot there on the placement guide. But on this side, you've got that toe link, and I couldn't get that to come down because of the toe link. So if I put that squared on, you can see that one is slightly higher than that one. So bring that one up, because like I said, I did the left side first, Microsol, and seal, and then I did the other side. So you might want to bring that up a bit. Putting the number 5s on, I had to seal these decals first on left and right and on top. Then I had to put the 5s on top of that once they were sealed. Same as the Corolla, the black part is a decal. That decal is number, I think it's 72, the black decal. The Corolla is the 57, so I had to lay the black one first, then seal it, then put the Corolla decal on top of that. You've got the bonnet decals there. They were dead easy to put on. The Movie Star and the Rally Spain and the E logo, them were fine. Around the back here, you've got the Castrol. I had to lay that down in Microset and Microsol. The red was part of the green. You've got the two Movie Star logos. I had to trim them slightly because they were too long. And then this Corolla decal here, that goes on the bottom part of the spoiler on the underneath, and you've got to use your Microset and your Microsol on that. Generally, I'm really well chuffed on how these decals have gone down, even though I've had to jab some of them, the big decals, and get the Microsol underneath. And then last but not least, you've got these little 3 aerials. Now these 2 pieces here, on the decal you've got like a circular cutout. So once I Microset Microsol, I drilled right in the centre of the cutout part of the decal, and then mounted that piece and mounted that piece. That was an aerial piece. And then just got some food ties, because it actually tells you to stretch some decals, some of the sprue to make the aerials. I just got my little food ties and melted the plastic off and cut them to the 1.7 centimetres length that they had to be in. Just jabbed them in a bit of super glue and then put them in the holes of the aerials. And that's it. She's all finished, and then I've put her on my little custom rally stage base. And that's it, all done. Right, so as usual, I'll put some stills on at the end of this video. Hopefully I haven't bored you too much. And I'll see you fairly soon with the next build. Thank you very much for watching.